welcome back. Steve here with Kevin. This week we're going to be working from our closed guard and our grappling circuits. Remember, these circuits are designed to help someone who maybe regularly trains and is now in a situation that they don't have a regular training partner, someone who's either far less experienced or just someone who's willing to work with them, and give that person and someone with experience something that they both can do safely to help both people develop skill. Obviously, if you're at home with a very experienced training partner, you can do all these things as well, but you could also do any type of training at that point. So with that being said, like I said, we're going to work our closed guard positional sparring. The last time we did it, we did touch on just standing in base, which I think is really like one of the most important techniques, but let's focus a little bit more on another technique, which is probably one of the most important, the drag, the collar and sleeve drag. So come back, Kevin. So I'm in here, again, starting from my closed guard. I'm not wasting energy squeezing, but I do want my knees tight. I want to get my grips with my hands immediately, where for now we'll work with a cross collar grip. So my right hand will reach across for his right collar. It doesn't have to be super deep, like I'm trying to work a strangle right now, just on the collarbone's fine. My free hand will slide down and I get a hook. Again, it's like a spider grip with my fingers on the inside. You can do what we call a pistol grip, but I don't put my fingers in the sleeve itself. I'm hooking the outside. And again, this is great when he's posturing up, but it also works well when he's coming down, right, low drive into me. If I can get that hand in, this type of guard position works just as well. Either way, my arms are gonna start to extend as I take my the foot on the same side of the arm that's gripping the collar on the ground, and I use that foot to slide my hips out and away. So I go into my left side, but now I have the room to put my right knee in. My right knee will interlope, but I want to get my right knee in front of his left shoulder. My foot is aiming for his hip, but it may or may not touch, but my knee has to be in front of the shoulder. And using my right knee in both hands, I will get my left knee on the inside of his crook of his elbow. And again, I use this knee to come inside, and once I'm inside, I will extend with both legs, and then push with my hand, especially if he's got like a grip on my collar here, I'll extend away to break that grip. Now, once I'm here, this is just the base position of our collar and sleeve guard. Right now, my knees are in front of his shoulders. And again, I'm not completely square on both shoulders. So if you have the one shoulder on the side of the arm, I'm controlling closer to like the crook of the elbow, bicep area here. And when we worked our stand and base, we did actually square up first. For this technique, we will square up as well because it allows us to sit up the easiest. So again, I have the sleeve, I have the collar, I'll square, I will push with my legs, and if my partner is a lot smaller, they might be driven back, but I expect if they're my size or bigger, or if they're just driving into me harder, that it'll actually drive me back. But the idea here is I gotta get my head above his head. So my legs will push and I crunch up. Now once I'm up, I'm gonna take my left leg off of his hip as I take his right arm across my body. And I'm gonna continue to pull. I'll scoop to slide myself in. My goal is to get my chest right behind his shoulder. So I scoop to get my chest behind his shoulder, and I'm going to reach my opposite hand across for his hip line. I will post. At this point, you can let go of the collar, post your hand to come up onto that right knee. Now, for most people, this could be the end of the drill, where again, I'm up in a much better position. But when it comes to taking his back, and again, there's a dozen ways. One of the simplest ways to start is just by taking my hand that's by his hip line and reach for either his ankle or his pants. I prefer the ankle. So as I reach for his ankle, I'm going to use my left leg and my left hand to drive us over 45 degrees. So the idea here is that when I'm up, I will make sure that my right foot is hooked inside his leg. I'm on my right knee. I'm going to grab at his ankle. My left foot, I'm going to push and drive over both of our right shoulders to the ground. My chin, notice how my head is out in space. My goal will be as we drive to get my chin towards his shoulder. So I'm pushing off. My chin comes high. We'll hit the ground, and I will immediately connect my hands. My hand that was on his ankle will go to my overall hand. And the simplest idea is to try to take my outside foot over his hip here. Once I clear to the inside, you can release or just hold. Again, once we're up in that position, there are a dozen ways we get to the back. That's just the simplest. So again, when we're in our closed guard, we're just getting to the collar and sleeve guard position that acts as the template for us to execute, whether it's our plot or our triangle or standing base or our drag. So to get to that position, again, I got my cross collar grip and the sleeve grip. I extend my foot out. I slide on my left shoulder so I can bring my right knee in, My right knee's in front. I extend with everything to get my left knee in. I use my left knee to help me break his grip. If he has a grip, I immediately sit up and get his right arm across my body. Now I close the distance. I scoot my left foot in. I pull up my arm. I get my chest behind his shoulders. I reach for his hips. I want to get up. From here, I can let go of the collar because I've already made contact to come up. And like I said, from this position, we can dive over. We can go for lower body control. There really are a dozen ways to get to the back. But the simplest is just to break them down towards the corner that we're already on. So if I'm in here, I grab for his ankle. I drive off the ground. I lift with my arm. Take it. Now I try to get my chin close to his shoulder. I don't want to be out here in space. Chin on his shoulder. I'll release and throw my other hook in. So what's great about this technique is it works from many different guard positions, and meaning not just our closed guard. I could be in an open guard, just a little more. In like almost like a butterfly guard. So if I can get that grip, I can pull across and come up. It works well if he is even standing, to where if I'm in my closed guard, he stands up. Boom, I can get up my feet to the inside. If I have the grip broken, my right foot would go to the knee, and I'm careful I'm not trying to kick his knee out, but I will push as I pull with my collar and the sleeve across. My left leg will come off his hip, and I sit up. Boom. Now as I sit up, it kind of turns into a single leg where my left hand's gonna reach around the back of his leg. I drive my forehead into his ribs. I work my way up to my knees, and again, work on either breaking him down, or I can, there are other more complicated, like rolling back into that position as well. But just the idea of getting from being on bottom to a better position, whether it's his back, which is ideal, or just as a sweep, clearing the arm and sitting up. One more time. Again, with my closed guard, working. Again, right now, if he was driving into me, I would be extending with my arms. So I put my foot down to get my right knee in between. And then I can extend away, get my left knee kind of on the inside, bring my right knee up, and work to the position where, again, I have my legs between us. Again, this takes his weight off my chest. And again, I have multiple options from this position. For today, I'm going to sit up, get his arm across. And then close that distance. Up, driving, and take the back. So for this week's circuit, we're going to do 4 5-minute rounds again. We're going to work from closed guard. Person on top is going to work to pass. Person on bottom is going to work to sweep, submit, or stand in base. Again, work at your partner's level. Keep it safe. Put a focus on safety. Hopefully you can break a sweat, but it's more important to be technically sound than just work hard. All right, guys, with that being said, we'll take a quick break and be back in 1 minute.